In general, what is intelligence to you?
Intelligence to me is adaptability, the ability to be in a situation and somehow continue to move forward. I think intelligence is matched with some sort of determination. It's not a standalone thing. Don't mistake a keen memory for intelligence. I've known some really genius people and they're completely erect. They don't live their life well. They can't communicate with people in a way. So I think that siloed, it's not enough. I mean, have you seen that show, Big Bang Theory? It's, Sheldon's an example of that. It's wonderfully written. To me, smart is not enough. And also I think that the opposite can happen where people mistake somebody that's wealthy as being smart or intelligent. And they're very, very different things. So let's see, how would I define intelligence?
Does it matter how many books you read?
Not these days, no. I think in the old days, yes, because books were actually the window to the rest of the world. It wasn't easy to travel. It wasn't easy to have a debate. It wasn't easy to have a new thought. I mean, there was a young guy that worked with me, and he was the first one in his family to go to college. And one of the first classes he had was a religion class. And he came back and he was like, I was asking him, Jose, how's school? And he said, I'm taking this religion class. Did you know there's other religions than Catholicism? I said, yeah, I had a clue. I had no idea. There's something called Jewish. I'm not making this up. He had no idea. It was absolutely in his family, nothing else talked about. Now, his mom and dad had him when I think she was 14, very rural, like the cartel come and get you type of rural Mexico.
Does maturity equal intelligence?
I think maturity allows people to cope with situations emotionally, emotional intelligence. I think unfocused intelligence is really a loss. It's a sad thing. Or on the same course, hyper-focused intelligence is surprising to me, where someone is such a specialist that they can know everything about one thing, but they never zip their zipper, no shaving, no haircuts, there's a disconnect. There's no emotional intelligence with that. I've interacted with some geniuses in my life. One woman that I dated after art school was actually a genius. I remember where I was forced into going to a therapist when my parents were being divorced. And I'm like, I don't really want to be here. What tests you got? I'm like, well, they didn't have board games. And so I thought, you got any IQ tests laying around? And she's like, yeah, we can do that. Let's take one of those. And she's like, you really want to take one of those? And I'm like, yes. I won't tell you the result, but I scored well. And when she was marking up the things, she was surprised. I thought it was not a great number, but the thing is, and this is me cherishing a wishful thought, is there was entire sections that I couldn't answer. Like math, I couldn't do any of the math, but I did well on the other stuff. And I'm like, well, don't you have any tests that measure creativity? I'm not interested in anything on this test here. This has got nothing to do with my life. I could put blocks together really fast and sort pictures, but the other stuff just had no meaning to it. It's a very limited perspective on a person's capacity. I don't even know why they have them. It used the hour. My dad picks me up. What'd you do today? I had this test. I'm sure he made the call. Is he normal? I couldn't read anything up through the second grade, and then one day I could. What happened is now I was very delayed. And so although I could read, it was like see, spot, spit, spot. I couldn't see the difference in the letters. So I had a lot of catch-up work to do. So I was always catching up. Now I don't read. Now I scan. I don't know what words I'm looking for, but I just scan really fast. If you give me a word to pick out on a page, like that, could I tell you what the page was? No, because I'm word hunting. That's all you get. That's it. Enough of this nonsense.